No contact. It can be one of the most effective tools for healing, but it is not always easy to go through. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing some of the tips that have helped me on my no contact journey. Tip number one, anytime you feel like reaching out to your ex, I would recommend you write a letter to yourself. This letter can include your motivation for ending the relationship, or if your ex ended the relationship with you, it can include some notes about why they weren't the best person for you. Tip number two is to give yourself room to grieve. Going through a breakup is a really traumatic event, and it doesn't matter who you are going to feel something. Whether you choose to process that or ignore it and push it down is really up to you, but I would recommend feel all of the feelings. It's really going to help you heal a lot faster, and you're going to come out on the other side a much wiser and empathetic person because of it. Tip number three, and I know a lot of my followers are going to love this, you can make a list of everything you despise about your ex, everything that isn't good about them, everything that you hate. Doing this is really going to help you see this person for who they truly were in the relationship. Don't just shit on your ex for the sake of shitting on them. Be honest and accurate to what happened and acknowledge where they weren't always the best person for you. Tip number four, why don't you try a self-care list? This is a list of anything that you can do when you feel really down, such as going shopping, going to the spa, going out for a meal with a friend, or just going for a hike. Tip number five is to have a breakup buddy, someone you can turn to in those moments of weakness when you really need to talk with someone. If your thumb is hovering over that send button to your ex, I urge you to stop and send that same message to your breakup buddy. Another thing that's going to help you in the long run is to start working on yourself. I would highly encourage everyone to take an audit of where they were really good in the relationship and where they weren't so great. Tip number seven, I would encourage people to get into a hobby, maybe a new hobby or an old one. Chances are, if you were in a codependent relationship or a highly toxic one, you had some hobbies before you started dating that person, and I'm willing to bet those hobbies got pushed off to the wayside. Tip number eight, I would give yourself some structure to your day. When I was going through my breakup, I scheduled every hour of my day. Tip number nine, I would encourage many people, if they can, to switch up their environment. This could mean going for a trip, or maybe for a couple nights booking an Airbnb. I would recommend reorganizing your apartment and your furniture to create a new feng shui within your space, because that can really help you heal as well. And for tip number 10, give yourself the opportunity to plan something fun. Give yourself a chance to look forward to something. And lastly, keep in mind that even the most devastating breakups can be for the best. Sometimes we are just too deep in it to realize that. So do your best to utilize this time to reconnect with yourself, your hobbies, your interests, everything that's core to your personal identity, and to remember to take care of you.